The isolated island of Coiba, nestled off the coast of Panama, holds a dark and disturbing history, one shrouded in whispers of torment and supernatural horror. Once home to one of the most notorious prisons in Central America, Coiba Penitentiary was a place of brutal punishment and human suffering. The dense, suffocating jungles and treacherous waters surrounding the island made it a perfect natural prison, from which escape was almost impossible. Prisoners sent to Coiba were subjected to unimaginable cruelty. Starvation, torture, and disease ravaged the inmates, many of whom were political dissidents and hardened criminals. Those who didn't perish at the hands of sadistic guards often succumbed to the island's oppressive heat, dangerous wildlife, and isolation. It is said that countless prisoners were never officially recorded, disappearing into the abyss of the prison's brutal regime, their fates sealed by the island's unforgiving nature. The bodies of the dead were unceremoniously disposed of, buried in shallow graves that dotted the island, often without any markers to remember them. But death didn't bring peace to Coiba's lost souls. Over time, whispers of the supernatural began to grow. Visitors and former inmates alike reported seeing ghostly apparitions of skeletal prisoners wandering through the ruins of the prison, their eyes hollow and sunken, filled with despair. Screams, carried on the wind, echoed through the crumbling corridors at night. Shackles clanged, seemingly on their own, as if the spirits of the tortured were still trapped in their eternal cells. One of the most disturbing accounts is of the notorious Black Cell, an isolated punishment chamber where prisoners would be left for weeks, sometimes months, in pitch darkness. It is said that those who entered the Black Cell were never the same again. The darkness consumed them, driving them to madness, and many claimed to hear voices, not from other prisoners, but from something else lurking in the shadows. Prisoners who survived reported seeing red eyes staring at them from the corners of the room, as if something malevolent had been watching and waiting. Many of those confined to the Black Cell never made it out alive, and those who did often begged to be sent back, claiming the island itself had cursed them. Locals believe the island is haunted not only by the souls of prisoners, but by ancient, dark forces that have long inhabited its land. Fishermen often avoid the waters around Coiba, citing eerie sightings of figures walking along the shore at dusk, figures that vanish in a thin air the moment they are approached. It is said that boats moored too close to the island often experience strange phenomena, inexplicable malfunctions, compasses spinning wildly, and radios picking up faint, distorted cries for help. Divers exploring the waters off the island have reported seeing shadowy shapes lurking beneath the surface, shapes too large and too swift to be any known sea creature. To this day, the island remains largely uninhabited, a place where nature has reclaimed its domain and where only the bravest or most foolish venture. The Panamanian government declared Coiba a national park, but even in its beauty, the island's history looms heavy. Those who dare to visit often speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, a palpable feeling that they are not alone. The wind, carrying the voices of the damned, never seems to stop, and in the still of the night, it's as though the island itself is breathing, waiting for its next victim.
Enjoyed the content? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more awesome videos your way. Don't forget to click the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. Thanks for watching.